If you're on the journey trying to conceive after a vasectomy reversal, you know it's not as simple as just trying each month. Maybe you've been using ovulation strips or apps to try to figure out your fertile window, and it's leaving you more confused than confident. Sound familiar? In this episode, we're diving into all things ovulation, breaking down why tracking can feel so frustrating, common pitfalls to avoid, and the most effective ways to know exactly when you're ovulating. We'll talk about what apps can't tell you, why ovulation strips might be misleading, and some key signs that your body gives when it's go time. And by the end, you'll have a clear understanding of your cycle and feel much more empowered on your path to parenthood. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and make sure you're not missing your fertile window, join me for this deep dive. Are you feeling frustrated and heartbroken, praying each month for that positive test after a vasectomy reversal, but it's still not happening? You've changed your diet, taken all of the supplements, tracked every cycle, but nothing seems to work. The waiting, the financial stress, and seeing others conceive while you're left asking, why not us? I see you. Welcome to Conceiving After Vasectomy Reversal. I'm Susan Gladstein, a holistic health and fertility specialist, and my husband and I have walked this path too, through the hope, setbacks, and those nights wondering, will it ever happen? But with faith, perseverance, and a holistic approach to fertility, we are blessed with our miracle baby. In this podcast, I'll share the tips, strategies, and faith-filled support that work for us. We'll explore what doctors might overlook, like why normal tests don't always mean your body is ready for a baby. So if you're ready to take this journey with fresh hope, practical steps, you're in the right place. Your miracle is closer than you think, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Are you wondering what could be standing in the way of your miracle baby? I know how frustrating it can be when you feel like you're doing everything right, but you're still not seeing those 2 pink lines. That's why I created a special quiz just for you. It's going to help you get real insights to your body's unique needs, pinpoint any areas where you might need extra support, and give you some practical steps that you can start today to finally feel like you're moving in the right direction. So if you're ready to take out the guesswork and get back on track, head over to bit.ly/VRBabyQuiz. I know that every month that goes without a positive pregnancy test feels like an eternity, especially when it's something that you want so badly. It's easy to start feeling this mix of hope and frustration, especially when you see others sharing their success stories online. I remember when I first tried ovulation tracking, I was using a basic app and it estimated my fertile window based on my cycle length, thinking that that was enough. But now, looking back, I realized just how much I was missing and why it took us so long to conceive. I mean, I really had never had trouble getting pregnant with my other 2 kids, but then when it came to after our vasectomy reversal, man, I realized just how much I didn't know. It really wasn't until I started diving into my fertility practitioner training that I understood how complex ovulation tracking can really be. And honestly, it's one of those things that nobody really teaches us. You just kind of dive in, maybe Google a few things, pick up some advice from friends. I mean, I think we can thank middle school sex ed and movies that make it seem like even just the slightest slip up could lead to a baby. Hopefully now you probably know you actually have a much smaller fertility window each cycle, which is the days leading up to ovulation and the day itself when conception is even possible. Sperm can live up to 5 days in the female body, but the egg only survives for 12 to 24 hours after ovulation, so timing is everything. Knowing your true fertile window is critical, especially if you're relying on apps alone. A lot of people use popular apps like Clue, Ovia, or Flow to track their cycles, and while these apps are great for logging information, They often just use algorithms based on general cycle data. And if you're only tracking the start of your period, the app is basically just making an educated guess about when your ovulation occurs. Here's the thing, the app doesn't know if you're ovulating a bit early or a bit late. It's only working off of averages, which can easily throw you off track. So let's break down some tracking methods and how they work. First, basal body temperature, or BBT. Taking your BBT daily can help confirm when you've ovulated. Your temperature rises slightly after ovulation and it stays elevated until your next period. Using a basal thermometer first thing in the morning before you even get out of bed can really give you some insight into your cycle patterns. Some key things to know about that, though, is sleep quality, alcohol, illness, or irregular sleep patterns can affect your BBT readings. So try to take it at the same time each morning and aim for at least 3 hours of continuous sleep beforehand. Remember, consistency helps, but don't let perfectionism stop you from trying. Number 2, monitoring cervical mucus is a natural and effective way to track ovulation. Around ovulation, cervical mucus becomes stretchy, clear, and slippery, similar to egg white consistency. This fertile mucus helps sperm swim and survive longer, so it's a good indicator that ovulation is coming. Pro tip, staying hydrated helps with mucus production, so eating water-rich foods like vegetables and fruit can also support your body's hydration levels and improve your cervical mucus quality. Number 3, ovulation predictor kits, or OPKs. These test for the luteinizing hormone LH, which surges 12 to 36 hours before ovulation. Kits like Clear Blue or First Response are super popular, but they only measure LH, not whether ovulation actually occurs. So while OPKs can hint that ovulation is coming, they don't actually confirm it. Pro tip, OPKs are helpful if they're used alongside other methods. For example, they work well if you're already tracking your BBT or cervical mucus and just want extra confirmation that your body is gearing up to ovulate. Number 4, we talked about apps for cycle tracking. They're great tools to log information like your cycle length, BBT, other details. Popular ones like Candara, Ovia, and Daisy can sync with wearable thermometers or let you log BBT manually. Just remember, the more information that you input, the more accurate the data. But don't rely solely on the app's predictions. Number 5, there are wearable fertility trackers like the Ava, the Temp Drop, or the Aura Ring. And it helps monitor your skin temperature, your resting pulse, and even respiratory rates that'll give you insights into your fertile window. These can be a little bit less hands-on, which makes them a good choice if you're looking for kind of low effort tracking. Just be aware they're a lot more pricey. And number 6, hormone tracking kits. Options like Mira or Inito measure hormone levels in urine, tracking things like estrogen, progesterone, and LH. So these kits can really give you a more detailed picture of your cycle and can confirm ovulation. And while they're more expensive, they do offer the most comprehensive overview of your hormone levels throughout your cycle. If you're ready to truly understand your body, consider using a combination of these methods. For example, pairing BBT tracking with OPKs or hormone testing kits to really get a fuller picture of your cycle. Tracking apps are fantastic for storing data and recognizing patterns over time, but they're best used with other tracking methods, not as your sole tool like I did. The main takeaway, ovulation tracking is about understanding your body's unique signals and finding out what works best for you. It's okay if it takes a little time to find the right balance, and it's also okay to ditch it altogether if you find it too stressful. I know that you're anxious to conceive the baby that you've desperately wanted, and the idea of taking time to understand your unique cycle is frustrating. This is a reason I love working with clients even before they've had their reversal, so we can get a good baseline going before it's go time. If you're looking for personalized support to optimize your fertility, I'd love to help you. We'll dive deep into your journey and create a plan that's tailored specifically to your needs. Visit susangladstein.com/fertility to book your free consultation call. And don't forget to join our Facebook community, Conceiving After Vasectomy Reversal, where you'll find more resources like ovulation tracking tools, support, shared experiences from others. And remember, keep the faith, and that every small step that you're taking is bringing you closer to your dream family. Thank you so much for joining me on Conceiving After Vasectomy Reversal. I hope you're feeling encouraged and more hopeful on your journey to growing your family. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little extra support. I absolutely love reading your reviews. They mean the world to me. Like, seriously, words of affirmation are my love language. So let's stay connected. Find me on Instagram at conceivingaftervr and join our Conceiving After Vasectomy Reversal Facebook community for even more support and encouragement. I believe that God placed the desire for a child on your heart for a reason, and I'm grateful to walk alongside you in this season, encourage you, and to help you find joy in the journey, trusting that His plan is greater than we could ever imagine.
Thanks for listening.